floor there at the end. Poetic justice. Can you think of a more fitting way for you to end your college career here in Columbus?
Yeah, with us having more points than them, I think that helped a lot. Finishing this off strong. Sam did a great job of contesting. We thought we knew what play they were going to run, and he made a good play on it. And down the stretch this year, we haven't found ways to make plays like that. And at that moment, that's what I had to do for our team.
Just for any of you, just talk about the resolve you showed. You guys would get it down to 1, they'd get it back out to 7 or 8, get it tied, they'd get it up to 5 or 6, and you just kept chipping away. Just what did it take down the stretch to put yourself in position to win this game?
I think we did what we should have been doing all year. I think down the end of the game, down the stretch, we all got together and fought. I mean, if you watch some of our old games and watched us at the end of the game, it looked like we didn't know what we were doing out there. So I think tonight we just showed what type of team we are and what type of team people need to look forward to when we get in this tournament.
Aaron, what can perhaps your biggest win of the year for this team do for you guys moving forward?
I hope it does a lot, but I think we've had a couple big wins throughout this year, and then we haven't bounced back the way we needed to. So. Every year you go into postseason play and say it's a clean slate. It doesn't matter what you've done to this point, and it's no different here. So hopefully we can build off this momentum. But at the same time, everyone's starting at 0-0, and that's probably the most exciting part of the year.
For the first 3 years of your career, might have been harder to forget the previous success you had during the regular season. You probably would have liked to forget a lot of this year. But what does this do now? In terms of just how you could be remembered for this team?
I don't know. I'm not worried about how I'm going to be remembered in any of that. It's all moving forward. This is what we need to continue to do. This is how we need to play, especially down the stretch. The way we played defense and really stepped up is what needs to be our calling card. And when we don't do that, we know we're not going to win too many games.
Sam, if you could talk about 2 things. Number 1, closing out on Payne's jump shot, did you make him alter it? And number 2, you held those guys scoreless for I think almost the last 5 minutes. They missed 4 shots, had 3 turnovers. Any discussion about being able to closing the game out that way if you were going to have a chance to win?
Yeah, well, the Payne shot, that was a play that we went over today and shoot around. That was a play that we saw them run against Wisconsin for a big shot for Payne. We saw them run in the first half for us. A little pin play for Payne. I just wanted to get out there and contest it. Amir got caught on the screen a little bit, but we wanted to switch that one anyway. So Kraft made a great play after that to get the ball. And as far as our defense at the end of the game, that's the type of team that we have to be. That's the team that's what brought us success over the past couple of years. That's what's brought us success at points in this year, and that's what will bring us success as the season goes on. So we've always been a team that leans on our defense, and today was no different.
Lenzel, can you just talk briefly about what it means to you personally to end your home career on a win?
I think it means a lot. Definitely not just ending the career, but to play, Michigan State Spartans and to beat them. I think it says a lot about our team, and at this time in the years when teams are playing what is supposed to be called their best basketball, I think it means a lot to me personally. But this is a huge step for our team, for our whole Buckeye Nation. It just shows that when we come to play and when we fight for one another, we can beat anybody in the country. I think Michigan State is a very good team. I think even Final Four level. But like I said, if we come to play like we're capable of, I think we can beat anybody in the country.
Aaron, last few seconds, I think 6 seconds left, and Harris is coming up the floor with the ball. Just take us through that play and what you're trying to do defensively there to get that last stop.
Obviously he's a taller guy, so just wanted to keep him from getting to the basket and try to contest the shot as much as possible. Didn't want him to get a 3 off, because that beats us. So the worst thing I wanted to happen was for us to go to overtime. So he got to move, got a good shot off him. Luckily he was short, and Lenzel did a phenomenal job of tipping the ball, so Adrian could have tipped dunk it to make it go in overtime.
Q, there's been a lot of frustrating times for you guys this year. Was there ever a point in the year that you thought that maybe you guys weren't capable of doing something like this?
Definitely not. Especially because, being with this team, I've been here for 3 years. And I can say probably every season I've been here, we went through like a rough patch like that. But we were able to come out of it no matter what. We lost a couple, even last year. We lost a couple games last year, and we was able with 11 straight going into the tournament. So I never doubted this team. I don't think the players on this team doubted themselves, and that's what makes us a good team.
Q, we saw last year when in tournament time when you got real aggressive with your offense and scored a lot of points. Where are you right now in terms of, you know, a big game like this, now with what's ahead, and really being aggressive with your offense and driving the lane and just trying to find ways to score for this team?
I mean, that's what I was brought here for. I was always known as a scorer, so that was the thing that I was brought here for. But it's other things that I've been doing this year that I think has been helping this team out. Whether it's rebounding, also being in the right positions on defense. So whatever I got to do to help the team win, that's what I'm trying to do.
Sam, you guys have talked the past few weeks about wanting to get that bye in the Big Ten tournament. You guys need Wisconsin to beat Nebraska, but if that happens, you guys will have that bye. Just what would that mean to be the 4 seed heading into this week?
That'd be big. You know, we know how great of a league this is. Anytime we can get a bye and not have to play that 4th game in 4 days, it'd be huge for us. So, you know, we've done all that we can do today. What's in the past is in the past. Today we came out and wanted to beat Michigan State, so we did that, and you know, hopefully Wisconsin can take care of business. But if not, we'll be ready to play.
Aaron, Izzo he's been critical of the officiating all season, and he was lamenting today the number of fouls on some of his players. I wondered, he said you guys were very physical driving the ball, and I wondered what was your game plan regarding how physical you wanted to be with this team, and if it was a matter of seeing how much the referees would let go early in the game.
I can't say our game plan, or we come into the game trying to get them in foul trouble or anything like that, or driving hard. But once you see how the refs start calling it, and if you get in the bonus early, you know you want to continue to attack, not settle for too many things. And you know we did a good job of doing that. But on the other side of the coin, you know we got to make more free throws. 19 to 31 is not nearly good enough. And moving forward, that's going to cost us the game. So it's great that we're getting there that much, but we need to find a way to convert more.
Aaron, obviously the Big Ten Steals record was on the horizon and it will probably come soon, but how nice was it to set that mark here on Senior Day?
What?
You were tied. You were tied.
You got the record. You got it. Okay.
All right. Feels good. I honestly thought I had it already. So.
That's
just him being cocky.
It feels good though. I mean, it doesn't mean a ton right now. I think looking back when I'm older and I can, you know, tell the people around me I was decent playing basketball back in the day, and I can have some proof then. But there's a lot of time to think about that when the season's over. You know, the biggest thing that we did today was found a way to get a win against a great team, and we have an opportunity to continue to move forward.
Aaron, I saw you on the side holding a towel in your arm. Did you do something when you dove for the rebound, or was it after that?
Yeah, I don't know when the cut happened, but there's just a little cut on my elbow that continues to bleed because it's more on the surface. So that's it.
Was that on that rebound when you dove, or do you know? You don't know?
I don't know. He might miss a couple games.
I'm not very tough, so I don't know how he was from that. I don't know when it happened.
Was that Aaron's blood?
It's my blood.
No, it's credit.
It's not tough for us.
So, Aaron, that is your blood on your jersey?
I think,
to be clear.
I don't know how it got up there, but I would assume so, yes.
All right, I spoke to your father before the game about how you handled all the senior stuff, and he felt that you might have had some sentimental moments maybe a week or two ago, but he really felt like you were totally focused on this game. Just talk about that, what it's like to try to shut out everything else and concentrate on the task at hand.
It was pretty tough early, you know. Probably the toughest time was, you know, being around my parents before the game. But after that, once we got back into the locker room, it was back to business. It was back to the game plan and back to doing whatever we have to do to win this game. Because it's a lot more fun right now than if we would have lost. So I think that's what Lenzel and I wanted to do, was find a way to enjoy tonight, and the best way we could do that is to win the game.
For any of you guys, they got a transition dunk with like 7 minutes left and went up 5, and coach called the timeout, looked kind of animated during the timeout. From that point on, you guys outscored them 9-2 to pull out the win. What was the message? What changed, I guess, over those last 7 minutes or so for you guys down the stretch?
We wanted to keep them in the half court. We had tried our press a little bit. They had been able to get out in transition, get a few easy buckets. We felt that they couldn't score on our half court offense, and that if we just got back and made our walls and played 5-on-5 in the half court, that we'd be successful.
He meant defense.
Yeah.
That's the offense?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
It's all right.
Chill, dog.
How different do you think that you guys are going to feel going into this postseason now than, I mean, I know you don't want to contemplate a loss, but just the way you guys were headed into this game and the way that it kind of feels normal in here now, the way it's been the previous 3 years, do you think it is going to have a big impact on the way you guys move forward?
Honestly, I think it will, just because the momentum this game brought. But, I mean, the type of players that we have, I don't think it should. You know, I think everybody was just as confident before we even played this game. I mean, I think, especially us four guys sitting up here, I think everybody knows what this team is capable of. And when we come to play, you know, we play good basketball. So, but I think this game will be a huge booster for us, and I'm excited to see what type of basketball we'll start playing now that our training's back on track and we're rolling.
I'll throw this out there for any of you. You don't hear a lot of talk about, Big Ten teams being considered for a 1 seed. Wisconsin, they're talking maybe in the hunt for a 2 seed. But today's game is an example of the quality of Big Ten basketball and the fact that, any one of 5 or 6 Big Ten teams could make a run in this tournament. What's your thought after playing in this league for the last 2.5 months? How deep can some of the teams go, and do you think the Big Ten's going to make a splash in the NCAA?
I mean, it's been that way since I've been here. I mean, if you look back, Michigan State, for example, if you look back at some of those teams that Izzo's had, and those teams have been able to come out, and I think at one point, I know when I was in high school, we had made like 4 or 6 Final Fours or something like that. And then 2007, Coach Mata's team, and even my freshman year, our team making it to the Final Four. Nobody had us making it that far in the tournament. I think playing in this conference, you playing against a lot of competition. I think that's maybe some of the other conferences don't have that. And when we go out, we're able to play against teams and not be able to lack. So I think playing this conference, that's going to be a boost for us going into the tournament.
All right, thanks, guys.